Hey folks, Quilly18 here, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Sid Meier's Beyond Earth. As a Slavic Federation, we continue the game that we started in our live stream, and we're apparently going to go and explore the contact victory. I'm not sure if that's the right way to go or not, but we're going to check it out because we haven't done it yet. We'll point out we are playing on Apollo difficulty, the highest difficulty, but still, you know, while I may lose, it can always happen, I'm still not convinced that the AI plays at a very high level right now. I'm hoping that will be improved in a future patch. So let's go ahead and go to the next turn. So yeah, we're gonna squeeze in that building now-ish, I guess. I mean, we still need affinity levels, we still need happiness, but we do need it at some point. So I figured, what the hell? Let's get it started. What's the harm? I do still definitely want some geoscaping. I also need some happiness buildings. Remember, I don't think we've got... Oh, we do have some stuff queued over here. Oh, I'm right. I'm going to be beelining right for the Deep Space Telescope, which solves none of my issues. But does start us on our victory condition, I guess. We failed to steal some tech. We did establish a network. We got a promotion. And we're going to go ahead and keep stealing some technologies, I suppose. And siphon some energy. Actually, instead of technology, let's just steal science. That'll be okay. And that'll help us do our beelining nonsense. I don't think this tech tree, this tech progression that we're going with is actually good, but let's enter this tomb that we discovered. We completed the quest written in stone. As the civilian enters the tomb, a bright flash of light consumes him. Suddenly the ground begins to it's not a civilian unit, this is a military unit. The tomb is swallowed in the earth below. In the laboratory, the tablet's mysterious phasing has suddenly ceased. Now plainly visible is a message from the citizen written to our colonists. Right. I am alive, living in the time of this tomb's creators. You cannot imagine what power they hold, but perhaps in time you will know. I have included what knowledge they will allow me to share. May it guide our people to glory. Okay, it actually gives us supremacy affinity, which is really helpful, and a bit of a science boost, which I'm not going to complain about either. Now, is this... Nope. Is this part of the contact victory progression? No. With an explorer, create an expedition on progenitor ruins. The chance of finding a copy of the signal is slim but possible. This guy was healing up a little bit, which is fine, but he's now healed up enough, I think, that we're going to send him in the general direction of that site over there. The ruined city. This overseer, I think we're going to stick in Jimboomba. I really would like to take Freeland at some point, and I should probably be prioritizing it, but honestly, my happiness doesn't really support any more growth. And we continue to slow down our happiness by going down this route, which is probably a mistake. We could get like 20% more science if we actually did resolve our happiness issues. No. Sorry. Because I keep looking at that, and I know I keep changing my mind back and forth, right? So that's not actually going to be helpful in any way whatsoever. Really what we need, the Soma distilleries would help a lot, and there's another one, though. There's one that is tied to our tech victory. Oh, optical surgery, which is actually on the way. So as soon as we finish transcendental math, we will research mechatronics, which does unlock optical surgery, which will actually be worth a fair amount of health if we're willing to pay the Fraxite cost, and we are, so... Alright, I guess it's going to be fine. Trade convoy. I would very much like... Oh yeah, I can't sort by gold, because I don't have that thing installed. I would like maximum sciences, if I can. 6 beakers and 9 over here. The African Union, who we're kind of buddy-buddy with. Oh, but we need to keep up our Adept Blue Trader out. There it is. Boy, that interface needs to be improved. Holy cow. I think this guy... now that you've created your web, your job is actually going to be to build a road connection over to Sarek. We'll get you pathing over. Hopefully this alien wolf beetle will move out of the way. We're clearing some miasma over here, which is great and groovy. Alright. Speaking of miasma, still a little disappointed I forgot about my explorer wherever he was. Right over here, who was checking out the crash satellite on top of miasma, but them's the breaks. You want 3 petroleum for a favor. I don't have... I have some petroleum, but I'm going to be using a fair bit of it, so... we're sorry this caused a divide. Well, I had 7. I suppose I could have given up 3. But, I do need to get out a few more satellites. Building the Cinder, I think, is a great idea. We do need a few extra bodies to defend ourselves with. So we finished building the plantation on top of these tubers. We're getting a little bit miasma, so I'm going to go ahead and hide this worker in Konechko, and we'll get him to heal up a little bit. Production is done here. I hate that we don't have a pop-up for what the production is either. Like, when Come on, Firaxite. Come on, Firaxis. When are you going to get him with your first patch? Where you're going to solve all these issues for us. We need a lot of buildings. We need a lot of things. But I do want to get some weather controllers out as soon as possible. It's less, in a way, because our unhappiness is so high, it's less about getting the +1 food in every tile, although it'll still help, and more about discovering, get some extra resources, which is going to be nice. An alien Kraken over there, but I have no intention of attacking him. Transcendental Math is about to finish. We've got a Australian colonist over here. Now, we're still at war with Australia, are we not? Or did we peace out? Oh, we did peace out. 3 turns of truce there. I like that big truce timer button. That's nice. I was just wondering what our chances are of stealing another colonist might be. Probably still going to look to colonize over here.
Mathematical proof is the only foundation for ethics that I can respect.
All right. We need to make a quest decision for our auto plant. We can get an extra trade route out of it or +1 energy. I'm going to go for the trade route because they are supremely good. But I have to make sure that I'm actually working my maximum number of trade routes. And I should probably make that a priority. There's lots of stuff we're going to want. At some point we will want to start on the transcendental equation. But I'm going to go and build another trade vessel over here. This worker, just go ahead and rest a turn. I hate when the workers are in a city. There's no ability to tell them to rest until healed. Which is kind of annoying. So I'm tempted to go and just babysit this area over here. I could steal this worker. Again, I would have to declare war once more. We'll see. The colonists might be worth declaring war for. We're going to keep an eye out over here. If we can deny an extra city, that would be handy. Steal an extra worker would be, you know, it's fine. I've got a good number of workers, actually. I'm not going to say that I don't have enough of them, although you can always use more. We may want to stay just out of range of the siege worm, though. I still don't know how they move. Some people say they might just move around randomly, which would make things less bad. Last time we got a virtue, we did take community medicine, which didn't really change that much. We don't have any academies yet, but we may want to grab this. Bonus science based on culture production ain't bad. It would certainly be nice to get the 2nd level synergy bonus over here. Creative class still wouldn't help us. Applied aesthetics wouldn't be bad. I think I'm going to keep going until I can get the synergy bonus, but then I'll probably start working on prosperity. Yeah, it means we don't get the final synergy bonus, but I think that's going to be okay. So I'll probably grab meta research. Yeah, meta research methods. And then probably the techno artist, although the covert agent is definitely tempting. We've got our silica mine over here, which is great. We need another miasma repulsor down here, actually. That can wait a little bit. Oh, we're gonna need a road. Look at that, we don't have a road. Get started on that. We're gonna take this disciple and do a little swappy do, like that. And you go ahead and start this expedition. That is not on miasma, so you won't die. It is not on miasma. Excellent. There's a Brazilian miasmic repulsor nearby, though. Oh, thanks, Brazil. Actually appreciate that. We're gonna keep that disciple there. We've built ourselves a mine. Go and chop down some stuff. Do we have a plantation? Oops. No, we don't. So we're gonna need one. We'll rest this worker one more turn. Excellent. We've completed, I think, our first terrascape. That is going to cut into our income a bit, but it's a really, 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 really good tile. I mean, the food and production alone is pretty good, but getting some bonus culture out of it is very, very nice. The AI is suggesting more terrascapes. I don't know. The AI loves to build a lot of them, and I'm not sure that that's what I want to do. I'm tempted to go and build a road from here to Sarek. I'm already going to have a road here, but I don't pay maintenance for roads, and it would be nice to just get some extra, you know, some extra movement rate and things, but I don't think that's a good use of our guy. I probably will build some more terrascape around Konechno. Right now it's not that big, so like there's kind of a limit to how many we need. Focus on, oh yeah, that really is as much growth as you can get. Still focus on growth anyway, and we'll try to grow, and then we'll build a couple of terrascapes here. It'll probably pay off relatively well. Also, terrascapes, one of the nice things about it is they do produce the culture, right? So you're going to get more border expansion, which will actually be kind of handy over here.
No village was
you want to buy petroleum for energy. Apparently, I was already selling that. That is fine. A, you're my friend. B, 2 petroleum's not too bad. We're okay there. Trade vessel is lovely. Cyto nursery is fine. Cinder's still coming down. Weather control. I don't like the way this game is going, by the way. I mean, I'm going to be totally upfront about it. I don't like our virtue pick. I don't like our health situation. I don't like a lot of things that are going on. I'm not going to grab the worker, but I do want to keep that guy around. Speaking of workers, this guy is finished. So, Derek has a lot of improved tiles, but it's still very, very tiny. Just not enough food, really? You're working that, you're working that. It's a science tile, which is very good. It's interesting that even when I say food focus, it still considers the frac site to be more important. When we do get a plantation over here, this might start to edge up. Yeah. Well, the production... Hang on. Work that. Guess I'll lock some tiles. Science is good. Growth also good. I like the frac site better than this tile. So we'll keep growing a little bit slower. That'll help, but we're definitely going to try to improve the food resources around these cities. I feel no need to bombard the Kraken. What I might want to do, though, over here is actually buy some of these tiles. I don't like the fact... now, this is quite far out, but Freeland clearly has very, very, very high cultural output. And we have a few bucks to burn, so I'm going to go ahead and just grab a couple of tiles there on the edge, just to make sure to reserve that space for myself. Meanwhile, this worker, your job is going to be to build a road up to Uzbek. We've got our algae set up. Now, it kind of sucks that this site here of the Xenomass is actually outside of the miasmic repulsor. Hopefully, we'll be okay. I'll go ahead and try to improve that. This disciple is going to go and stand near Jimbumba. Defended. Okay, that is finished, which is great. Why don't you go over here? Prepare to hook up a plantation. This worker, you are done. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and drop a terrascape down here. You, we're not gonna do a terrascape because this is a grassland tile, but do construct a farm for me. And another terrascape. Expensive, but I think they'll pay off in the long run. Plus, it's one of the only ways this sort of tundra city becomes legit. I mean, the tubers do provide a lot of food. That is good.
No village was ever...
That's not a deal. There's nothing there. Oh, I can't change my tile assignments. It's weird. With the food process, it must be because I'm at negative health. But negative health is not the same as negative unhappiness, guys. So, if I say food focus here, it should really food focus. I want these cities to grow. Alright. Oh, that was an open borders, which apparently ended. A peace deal with Australia has ended, but I have no desire to attack them right now. Yeah, I don't know why that deal was empty. Maybe we're trading something else along with the open borders, and one of us ran out of those things. I'm not sure. Building another miasmic repulsor may be a good idea. I think we're going to keep going with the weather control. Try to get our cities bigger, especially if we're just looking at that. 12 turns for a Xenomass well. Alright, well, we'll start, and we'll try real hard to remember to move that, that worker off that tile. Actually, rather than build this weather controller, let's go ahead and drop one miasmic repulsor, even though there's not going to be that many tiles to do. This Cinder, I'm still feeling like the important thing is to get some forces around Jimbumba. So I'll go ahead and do that. Maybe I'll actually just park them there. That should be okay. I don't want to have too many troops right on the border of Brasilia and make them nervous. Would like to annex that guy so I can start buying tiles. Speaking of buying tiles, how far are we from a border expansion over here? Oh, you make 0 culture, so that's not going to happen. All right. Be nice to change that at some point, but I'll go ahead and move you up over there. There is miasma, so we're going to have to keep babysitting our troops. And yeah, I would really like it if a unit is standing in miasma and hits 10% hit points. It'd be nice if the game like stopped their automation. I mean, automation stops when they see an enemy. So automation should also stop when they're getting close to death while being in miasma. It'd be a nice little tweak. Maybe someone will make a mod or something like that. Make life a lot better. All right, production. There's our second trade vessel. We might want to go and build... Oh, wait. This has no trade routes at all. That's not what we want. Oh, hold on. Uzbek. Make up your mind about what's selected. Okay, also... Alright, we need an auto plant in the city if we want to run a third trade route, and I think that would be pretty good. That being said, a few more weather controllers would also be exceptionally nice. And Stanmere needs a trade depot, so it can start running those. Actually, start with an old earth relic. Trade routes are good, but that'll be fine. Go ahead and keep trying to siphon off energy. Looks like we failed the mission. Production growth, we don't need to bombard anything. Your job will be to build a plantation, my friend. And your job will be to continue to build a road towards Sarek. Please and thank you. You can go ahead and construct this fraxite mine, which is going to take 13 turns. And all we can do here is work some internal trade routes, so I guess that's what we will do. We'll go to Konechno, which has the highest number of production and food, so it's a pretty obvious pick there. We're not going to steal a worker. I wonder where that settler went. I don't know. So, 7 turns, we'll be able to finally start building the optical surgery buildings. Try to get a big happiness boost. It is going to eat a fair amount of our fraxite, but we've got a huge amount of it. We haven't improved over here yet. Oh, we got a new station. Culture and science, that's not bad. Got survivors and derelict settlement. We get +1 population. That's great. Our workers are still relatively okay. This cinder, I'll park you here, and then I think this disciple will park there instead. Yeah, and I'm going to try to avoid being right on the border as much as possible. Taking out the city would be really nice, though, just because there's so many tiles owned by this city that I would like to work with maybe some of my other cities. Brasilia is always a bit of a threat. You know what? We aren't going to be digging any more up, so we'll go ahead and promise you that we won't. Because there's nothing else around right now, so don't worry about it. Do. Hopefully he doesn't get pissy when I drop some miasma repulsors around. Okay, speaking of miasma, these guys are still okay. We failed to recruit some agents. That's too bad. And the intrigue levels drop down. It's still technology, but it's moderate difficulty. I'll go for the science, which is a bit easier. Plus it helps us continue to beeline the specific things we want. Oh, let's go ahead and launch this miasmic repulsor. So I'm interested probably in knocking that stuff back, although there's not really... That works. So it's 2 tiles of miasma. There's a little bit more over here. Fair amount of the coast there where we may want a city at some point. This is mostly clear. We might want to do the south, but... I think what I'm going to do is go ahead and build it here. And start another weather controller. We're going to fill our screen with that kind of stuff. We are playing as the Slavic Federation, so we of course do get extra benefits to our satellites. They just last longer. Which is why, of course, we prioritize getting a fair amount of petroleum. We don't have that much titanium. We mean no offense. We probably won't do it again. Not that I mind ticking you off, because you're pretty insignificant. Be nice to get our culture production up in these new cities a bit more. Oh, the ARC completed the transcendental equation. So they might be working on a contact victory. Except that the AI in Beyond Earth is not particularly good at pursuing any kind of victory whatsoever. This disciple can just hang tight. Alright, looks like that we're not really going to get a chance to steal anything. I'm going to go ahead and stand on the frag side again for maximum visibility, plus defensive purposes. Got here, Farmer Lab. Ah, yes, for happiness. Very good.
Venga. Volvamos más
favor
ricos.
and petroleum and energy and all that stuff. Nope. I decline. You think maybe we're going to get attacked here? Not guaranteed, but it seems pretty likely. That being said, if they did beeline directly for the city, that might be a slight problem, just because we don't have people standing in front of it. But other than that, I'm pretty sure we would win a battle around here. Tell you what. Let's not worry about upsetting them. Let's go and stand in front of our city. They don't seem to have any of their affinity-specific stuff yet. What do you got? Cilia? You've got 7 in purity. Okay, so we're on the same tier tech-wise. I have a lot of planes here, which is going to make me pretty happy. I've got a cinder. I'm feeling okay. But I'm going to take this overseer. Armor. If I go here, he actually could reach me. It'd be in the forest. Actually, that'll be okay. Maybe we'll go and well, we're not going to build a military unit in Stanimir. That would be crazy. Trade depot up. We are going to build maybe another unit. We'll see. Fortify all that. This disciple can actually potentially move down to help. It looks like we're going to get declared on, so I'll go ahead and move the disciple down here. I think I was right to make sure that Jimboomba had a relatively decent fortification. Build a trade depot in 4 turns. All right, next. I don't think the health affects our military strength. Maybe when it gets much, much lower, but for now, no. Oh, did he decide to turn around? Might have changed his mind about attacking. The AI will sometimes do that. If you move some troops into position around a city that it was thinking about attacking, it can change its mind and be like, oh no, we'll attack somewhere else. Might be the same player, or it might be another person. Like, they might declare war on the African Union again or something like that. We'll see how it goes. Uzbek, a lot of things would be pretty good here. I think given our situation, we were going to go ahead and build a cinder there. This ranged unit, we're going to try to tuck in behind our melee units. Weather controller. We're going to go ahead and launch you. The question is where? Now, we don't actually have to cover a city. Some of the satellites you want to cover a city because it makes a difference. Others, it really makes no difference whatsoever. I think it might make the most sense to try to work on our capital. So this would be covering 3 decent, or sorry, it would be covering 7 tiles that are improved and hopefully being worked in general. And a lot of them don't have a special resource, so I think that would be an excellent place to drop a weather controller. And I think putting it in orbit around a capital makes a lot of sense. We aren't working this tile, but every other one, no, these 2 are not being worked. I could probably put more of a food focus. In fact, I should. Why are you working that? Okay, these governors. I don't know, man. I guess it feels like Civ 5 governors are smarter than these. Go ahead and work those tiles for food, is what we're kind of concerned with. That's okay. Yeah, I guess my cities are not growing very quickly, partially because of that. Again, it may be because I'm unhealthy and the AI is not prioritizing food production because of that reason. It's entirely possible. Let's see. African Union condemned Franco-Iberia. Okay. That's fine. Doesn't really affect me. African Union, you actually shouldn't be causing any trouble. You've been beat down pretty hard. Let's go ahead and get a clinic going. Health, science, all that good stuff. Gonna work the Fraxite tile. I guess that's fine-ish for now. Could really go and micromanage these tiles a little more. Like, that's a useless tile to work. Wow, I really do have to be micromanaging a lot more. I'm taking it for granted. Yet it's got to be the health, but I'm taking it for granted from playing Civ 5 that, yeah, I realize that manually assigning your tiles is going to be better. Usually, but usually the governor doesn't make apocalyptically bad decisions. So, no, we'll go ahead and lock down more food tiles. This is fine. I don't mind the science from working the Fraxite. Work that as opposed to the mine. Yes, production is nice, but growth is also very, very good. Okay, these are pretty good tiles. Well, the silica here I really like. This one here, there's no food, so I'm going to skip that. The titanium, though, is fantastically good. We're going to grow in Stanimir a little bit slower than we might want to. I have 3 citizens, though. What else is being worked? Oh. Hang on. There we go. Better. All right. And we've locked the tiles over there. Okay. So we'll have to adjust things when we get some more improvements, but for now that's going to be fine. You go ahead and auto wake up if anything happens. And I think we're going to go ahead and wrap up this video now. It'll be interesting if Brazil decides to declare war on me. I may end up losing some units. I think that will cost them a lot more units, and I don't think I'll lose the city. But it would be nice to not lose anything at all. That being said, we're turning away from finishing our optical surgery tech, which is going to help us dramatically with the happiness situation. I mean, we've already improved. We're at 13 instead of like -17, which we were for a while, although we are going to grow a little bit faster now that we're focusing food, which I should have done a bajillion years ago. But yeah, optical surgery will definitely help. The lev plants are kind of cool. I don't know how often I'll build them when I'm playing Purity. It does cost 2 floatstone for 4 production. And production is good, but that's pretty pricey. 2 Fraxite for 4 to 6 health. That I like. Even more than the production bonus. Anyway, we're going to wrap this up. See you next time, folks. Bye-bye.